Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kurt Goulding here, and today's One Big Thing is Part 2 of Insanity. Mr. Putin is on the precipice of global destruction. He's making it known that nuclear options, they're on the table. No kidding. He's mobilizing some 300,000 reserve forces. Their veterans are being recalled. The Russian armed forces is being decimated. Their casualties are upwards of 60,000 people. This is unreal. They've lost significant weaponry. And they're shutting down flights out of the country. They've got a 35-kilometer long line to leave Russia into Finland. Man, people want out. He thinks he was going to rally the country. And then, and as this is being recorded, President Mr. Biden is addressing the UN General Assembly. And so I thought, I'll listen to this. And he was doing good for a while, blasting Russia for being warmongers and blah, 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 blah. Wasn't mumbling too much. And then he goes on about climate change. And it was just too much for me. And in this insanity, our southern border is wide open. It's wide open. If you cross the border, welcome. We'll give you a new phone, new backpack. Hell, we'll put you up in a nice hotel if you want to go to New York City. We'll send you to Martha's Vineyard. That's a cool place. Send you to Chicago if you're naughty. And then, we have no rules. The rule of law doesn't exist here anymore. And what does President Corn Pop talk about? Climate change. And with this, we have had more than 2 million illegals cross the border in the last 11 months. Over 4 million since President Brandon has been in office. That's equal to 2 Kansas Cities, the metropolitan area there. And it's only going up. When evil Orange Man was in charge, crossings were dropping. The drug cartels are making $100 to $200 million per week on human trafficking and drug smuggling. And nobody freaking cares. Nobody cares. If they did, they would do something about it. We're experiencing more than 100,000 fentanyl deaths per year. Oh, by the way, that fentanyl is coming from China. The Chi-Coms are sending the ingredients to the cartels. The cartels are making the pills, and they're just pushing it across with our open border. And again, nobody cares. This is disgusting. But let me tell you the good news. The good news is that our Border Patrol people, they're gonna have an all-electric fleet pretty soon. Isn't that great? We're taking care of climate change, not about securing our border. That is a national security. So, and speaking of the climate change and all these electric vehicles, it's good that we're switching to them, because guess what? Lithium has tripled this year. It's up over 1,000% since its low in 2020. Oh yeah, and it appears that it's not anytime soon. Maybe, if we're lucky, or maybe not lucky, 2030 is when they think there will be adequate supplies. Oh, and yeah, China controls 80% of the supply. So let's see, we worried about Saudi Arabia and the Middle Eastern guys controlling oil, and now our number one enemy, China, we're going to be beholden to them because we think batteries are the way to go. So here are the markets. They're on pins and needles, sharply higher, then falling back, no follow through. Who knows? Weather looks good in Brazil. So hang on, cowboys and cowgirls. The next 18 months are going to be wild. And until next time, happy trading.